Mike Johnson's week just went from barely holding on to legally on fire. The same Arizona that MAGA Republicans love to claim as their stronghold just turned on him, and its top law enforcement officer is threatening a lawsuit that could explode into a full-blown constitutional crisis. Because when a Speaker of the House tries to override the will of Arizona voters, he's not just picking a fight with Democrats, he's picking a fight with democracy itself. Let's start with how we got here, a mix of broken promises, shutdown chaos, and Trump-era economics that have hurt working Americans while enriching the ultra-wealthy.
Donald Trump lied when he said that he was going to bring down the cost of groceries. He lied when he said he was going to make life better for all of us, and none of our lives have been better. The only lives that have improved have been the billionaires. The cost of groceries has gone up by about 3% this year. We've seen these tariffs that have caused the cost of goods to go up. And again, these patriots who have awakened, and I have, for example, neighbors who said their entire division was wiped out as of Friday in the Internal Revenue Service. Those who, as Russell Vogt planned, who have felt traumatized as we approach the holiday season. The men and women, thousands of them in the state of Maryland, whose lives have been upended for no reason at all. And not only their lives, but our lives have been upended as well. That we now understand that when you call to get your Social Security check, we don't know whether anyone will be there to answer the phone. The critical services that the American people have come to rely on, predicting hurricanes, ensuring that cancer research goes forward, all of this halted for no reason at all. But what I want to say to all of our federal employees, the ones who, again, are not just people on a piece of paper, these are not numbers, these are humans. These are people with lives and families and children.
That shutdown, engineered by Trump's allies in Congress, didn't just tank essential services. It exposed Republican hypocrisy on one of their favorite talking points, health care.
But who is the group of people that are actually using it?
Yeah, this to me is one of the biggest surprises. When you actually dig into the data, you can understand why Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing what she's doing and why this debate is actually dividing Republicans. Because take a look here. Who are the ACA marketplace enrollees? Look at this. The plurality are actually Republicans. Republicans are more likely to use the marketplace than Democrats are at 45%, Democrats at 35%, then you get independents at 20%. But the key nugget here is Republicans are more likely, in fact, to be the enrollees in the marketplace than Democrats are. And the majority of the enrollees, 57%, are in Republican-held congressional districts like Marjorie Taylor Greene's. So what we're seeing here is it's not actually Democrats who are the only ones who are taking advantage of Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. There are a lot of Republicans, and the clear plurality of those who are the marketplace enrollees are actually Republicans, and the majority of them are actually in Republican-held districts. And that is why, Sarah, you're seeing this debate really divide Republicans and really unite Democrats.
Yeah, it goes with the saying, all politics are local, and that really gives you that sense.
So while Republicans rage against the Affordable Care Act, their own voters are its biggest beneficiaries. And that tension between MAGA ideology and real-world economics is exactly what's now blowing up in Mike Johnson's face. Here's where it gets explosive. Arizona's Attorney General, Kris Mayes, has just drawn a legal red line. Arizona Attorney General Kris Mayes has issued a stern legal threat against Johnson for refusing to swear in Democrat Adelita Grijalva, who won a special election to replace her late father, longtime Representative Raúl Grijalva. Despite her certified victory weeks ago, Johnson has delayed seating her, a move that Mayes says is both unconstitutional and politically motivated. In a fiery letter obtained by Politico, Mayes warned that Arizona's right to full representation is not up for debate and that her office is prepared to take legal action if Johnson continues to obstruct the process. She accused the Republican Speaker of using Arizona's constitutional right to representation as a bargaining chip amid the ongoing government shutdown. Grijalva's swearing in has become a flashpoint in the shutdown negotiations. Democrats argue that Johnson is stalling her seat to avoid losing power, since Grijalva's addition would further narrow the already razor-thin Republican majority in the House. Some Democrats have gone further, suggesting that GOP leadership is intentionally dragging this out to block votes on sensitive legislation, including efforts to release files related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Mayes' warning marks one of the strongest legal rebukes yet of Johnson's handling of the shutdown and internal House chaos. The move also signals that the standoff is no longer just a political fight. It's now a potential constitutional battle between a state attorney general and the Speaker of the House. Let's be clear, this isn't just political theater. Arizona's Attorney General is threatening to sue the Speaker of the U.S. House for violating voters' constitutional rights. That's unprecedented. And it exposes the heart of the GOP's problem. Their power is so fragile, they'd rather deny a state representation than risk losing a single vote. This is how democracy erodes, not with coups, but with quiet procedural sabotage dressed up as strategy. For a party that claims to defend the Constitution, Republicans keep tripping over it. If Johnson keeps blocking duly elected lawmakers, he won't just lose a court case, he'll lose whatever legitimacy he has left. Arizona's message couldn't be clearer: seat their representative or face the consequences. Follow the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a comment below. Because when democracy is on the line, silence is not an option.